everyone. Everything.
What do you do when you get angry?
I pipe up. Fuck my lungs with smog.
Do you have an outlet to release this anger if you can't get high?
No, I don't want to lash out. Release this deep fucking hate I have for everyone. Everything, just to fucking purge all the shit that eats me up.
Purge. Interesting term. You may have a chance to purge soon.
Kahalayim La Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawashi. Also give a dab honest to those of GMS, honest to the Akim, and peace and bless you, brothers and sisters that listen, hopeful elect. Kahalayim La Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawashi. And 2020, the year of prophecy, man. And this year has not slowed down yet, man. Every single week, it's more and more grievous laws. I'm gonna do another video on that. Esau has made somehow Israelites are now the face of the coronavirus. It went from them gooks to Esau, now to Jake. This was his plan all along, man. Right? And we're going to that probably the next video, Lord willing. But I saw an interesting article. I wasn't going to do a video on this, but we know that they're releasing prisoners. And you have states now making it mandatory for people to have face masks on, man. Which is not even scientifically proven, according to Esau, to fully protect you from getting a virus, man. Okay? It's not even fully proven, man. That can even stop you from getting a virus, man. But it's that New World Order training. It's that fear-mongering. You see? And they dishing out harsh fines. And on top of Esau fining you for not having a face mask, he's also releasing prisoners out into the public. That's what this fool Tekashi 6ix9ine, which the Most High is going to kill him, all right, got an early release. They're just releasing prisoners out there in the populace, man, because Esau wants chaos, man. Because according to him, chaos brings order, man. All right, we see the games that's being played. All right. Now, let me read this article. I'm not going to bring out much scriptures, but just like the movie The First Purge, which I'll try to show in the first production. If it don't show, that means YouTube blocked it, right? When they released this guy Skeletor, man. He was one of the villains in the First Purge movie, right? Where Esau was going after Jake, man. And let me read this article first, though. All right. And they had the chip in that movie too. You see? It says, let me read this article. This was the New York Times. This came out, I think March 30th. I think April 1st or March 30th. It says, jails are Petri dishes, inmates freed as the virus spreads behind bars. See? Some jails are releasing people to stem outbreaks. But critics say it is not happening quickly enough to save lives and resources. Since when Esau gives two shits about prisoners' lives? The whole prison industrial complex was created to keep Jake in slavery. That's a legal form of slavery. You see? Now, all of a sudden now, they're deeply troubled for you Israelites contracting the coronavirus. Give me a freaking break. Let me read this article and then I'm gonna jump to the next article. It says the coronavirus is spreading quickly in America's jails and prisons where social distances is impossible and sanitize is widely banned, prompting authorities across the country to release thousands of inmates in recent weeks to try to slow the infection, save lives, preserve medical resources. Thousands, you see? Which a lot of Jakes are locked up unjustly, man. We know that. See? But Esau's not doing that because he gives a shit about that, man. He wants chaos. He wants anarchy. He wants uprisings. He wants that. He wants all the smoke, man. Because then he's going to be justified in what he always wanted to do, is to lock this place totally down. strip you people of your rights, which he's doing every day, and just kill you, man. All right? Hundreds of COVID-19 diagnostics have been confirmed at local, state, and federal correctional facilities. Let me jump on down. All right? So in New York City, Texas, and it said various states, is a program, just like in that movie The Purge, man. Okay? Just like the movie The First Purge, man. And all those people they released out there in the public that had a tracking device on them. And so they could see what was going on. You see? And the guy said in the movie, yo, this has to work. So then after a while, when, Jake wasn't really getting the job done, Esau started bringing out what? Mercenaries. Mercenaries, man. And guess what? You won't be able to tell who's who because everybody has a mask on. See, this is their game all along. And, oh, yes, and you had a UFC fighter. I forgot this. Oh, yeah, Anthony Smith. I think he's like the 4th ranked light heavyweight in the world. He had a fight with a guy who bust open his home, and he was home. Let me read this article. It says, UFC fighter Anthony Smith details a wild fight with home intruder. He said no normal human is able to fight like that. So this guy must have had, a lot of drugs in his system. This is the new reality, man. All right? This is the new reality, man. This is going to be happening all across the country, all across the world. It says on Sunday, a man was charged after entering UFC fighter. This is a UFC fighter, man. This is a trained fighter. All right? They good in grappling, stand up, all of that. Trained athlete. UFC fighter Anthony Smith's Nebraska home. According to Sergeant Wayne Hudson of the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, Luke Hamberman was arrested and charged with first-degree criminal trespass. In an interview with ESPN Harold Awani, Smith said he was forced to fight off the stranger for more than 5 minutes until police arrived on the scene. The UFC light heavyweight woke up around 4 a.m. to find the assailant in his Omaha area home that he shares with his wife, mother-in-law, and 3 daughters. No one was injured in the struggle. He said Smith revealed Haberman didn't steal anything, but he was unknown why the intruder was in Smith's house. He said he called it a terrifying situation and one of the toughest fights that he ever had. Wow, you see? He said he heard the man's voice screaming at the top of his lungs, "I'm jumping," and found Haberman in a computer room on the property. I didn't know what he had. Typically, people don't break in your. He said typically people don't break into your house in the middle of the night for any good reason. I'm expecting I'm gonna hear a gunshot or he's gonna stab me, like he's got something. I figure I got about 2 minutes before whatever he got takes me out. He said Smith attempted to subdue the man, but it took quite some time to be able to do so, despite being a talented UFC fighter. And I remember he fought John Jones to 5 rounds, man, and lost by decision. The assailant took every shot that Smith was thrown at him. He said no normal human is able to fight like that. So this guy was taking blows from a UFC fighter, man. All right, so that means he must have been on whatever drugs. And like we said, this is coming all across America, man. He broke in his house 4 a.m. while he was there with his mother-in-law, his wife, and his 3 daughters, man. And Esau's releasing prisoners. And now they're telling you mandatory to have masks on. Oh, they're telling you, you can wear your bandana on your face. This is the new America, man. Okay. That's why, man. Let me read this scripture. I'm going to read a couple of precepts. Only a couple of precepts. It says, Psalms 55:21. See? Let me see. It says, the words of his mouth was smoother than butter. This is talking about you Edomites. Oh, we have to get prisoners out. Because, we got to care about their safety. Just going to give them an early release. That's him speaking smoother than butter. But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil. Yet were they drawn swords. He knows exactly what he's doing, man. This whole thing was scripted. This whole COVID-19 thing, man, was scripted. All right. And he keep pumping false information out there in that demonic ass media. Okay. That media is straight up witchcraft, man. Okay. Because that's psychological warfare, what they're doing to these people out here, man. These people, they fell for it. They're sheep. And they're going to be destroyed, man. Okay. They're going to run right into the government's hands and they're going to be exterminated. Right now, you start talking about we want to set up testing centers. We want to set up contact tracing. Right? They want to trace people who got the COVID-19 and everybody they come into contact with. And I guess they're going to quarantine those people, man. This man, he's going all out. And he's releasing prisons of population. And he's telling everybody you can wear a mask. He's making it mandatory, fining you if you don't. So the scripture says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. You see? He's wars in the back of his mind. Okay? So all of this, man, is all scripted, man. You know, they thought about this. They have think tanks, you know, the secret council of the wicked, and they're bringing it forth, man. But it's all the bidding of Yahawashi anyway. All right, let me get right. Esau hasn't changed, man, and you Israelites, you about to find that out. Okay, scripture says, "Never trust thy enemy, for like if iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." Matter of fact, what did Jeremiah say? Jeremiah 13. Let's see, it's 23. It says, Jeremiah 13:23 says, "Can an Ethiopian change his skin? No. Or the leopard his spots." You know, a leopard is known for that distinct look. They got them spots on his skin. "Then may he do good? Then may he also do good that are accustomed to doing evil? No." Okay? So when he tell you, we got the vaccine to help cure this thing, that's not a good thing. He's looking to kill you, man. Oh, we want to release prisoners because we really care about their safety. They don't even care about prisoners' safety in prison, man. So how do they care about them catching some virus, man? Okay? We look at documentaries how prisoners live and they gotta battle other prisoners. And these motherfuckers got all different diseases, man. You think they got a good healthcare system in the prison system, man? They eat trash daily. Okay? Come on, man. And then you surrounded by violence. All right, but because of some virus out, yeah, we're gonna release some prisoners out because we really care about their safety, man. You still don't care about your safety to begin with, man. Right? Prisoners don't have rights, man. All right, they don't, man. And who makes up the majority of the prison system? You Negroes and Hispanics. Okay, that's how Esau keeps you in legalized slavery. All right. Right, according to his 13th Amendment. You see, they could put you in slavery for punishment for a crime. So that's all trickery, man. He don't give two shits about no prisoners. All right, he wants this chaos. All right, they're itching for this new world order. That's why I'm gonna read what happened to Anthony Smith is gonna happen all over the country. Let me read that classic precept, 2 Ezra 15. 2 Ezra 15. Let's see. 2 Ezra 15:15. It says, 2 Ezra 15:14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." It says in Revelation, the 12th chapter as well. "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh." If you can't see that in 2020, everything is supposed to be made clear, man. All right? Everything is being made clear, man. This is the year of prophecy, man. All right? "And one people shall stand to fight up against another, and swords in their hands." It's going to be a race war. There's going to be class wars, man. There's going to be insurrections. People coming up against their leaders. We're going to read it. "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings or princes." So soon, the people, for the most part right now, are listening to the system, listening to the government. But even these 2/3 and these sheeple, the rest of these people out here gonna see what's really going on, man. All right, and they gonna come up against their leaders. It's gonna be sedition. People not gonna regard their politicians. They're not gonna regard these police officers, man. That's why Esau gonna bring that full force in. Okay, he's gonna bring in his military. All right, his mercenaries, man. Just like they didn't move the first purge. It says, in regard their kings or princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You have states telling other states, we don't want you here, man. Okay? If you do come here, you're going to be subject to being quarantined. See? It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. See? So just like the people won't go and busting house to house, it tells you in Isaiah the 13th chapter, children going to be dashed to pieces, their wives going to be getting raped and getting killed and getting eaten, man. For the lack of bread, for the lack of goods. The love of many going to wax cold. All right? Because the scripture says it's going to be great tribulation, man. There's going to be a lot of pain. A lot of pain. People going, a lot of pain going to be dished on these last days, man. Reality is about to set in. This is the new reality, man. All right? And like we said, these Edomites, they're orchestrating it. But above all, it's the will of Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi. All right? Oh, yes, there's another precept. I ain't bringing precept in a while. Let me read that. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. This is talking about the wicked. This is talking about these wicked Edomites, man. Starting with the Jewish bankers on down. They're restless unless they cause chaos. They need that chaos, man. All these wicked schemes. You know, even though they have the world in their possession, it's just still not enough. They want your soul, man. And ultimately, they want their blessing back. They want their birthright back. All right? That's what I'm going to close out this scripture here. Psalm chapter 50, verse 16. So it actually goes with this precept. It says, but unto the wicked the Most High says, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or thou shalt take my covenant in thy mouth. It's talking about you the real Jew, you the Christian, you swear in the Bible. Most High said, what are you guys doing? You're the wicked, man. Okay? And it's obviously the wicked because look at the things that you're doing right now. All right? I'm going to lock you up, inoculate you with this, that, and the third, you know, just to kill you, man. All right? So they can keep this cesspool going, where they remain on top. You guys are not fit to rule. Okay? It says, seeing that thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee. Most times that you guys swear in the Bible, you just throw it right behind you. You don't keep no laws that's in the scriptures whatsoever, even though you have the power to do so, man. You're not going to do it, all right? Because the spirit that's in you is not right. When thou sawest a thief, when thou consentest with him, and hast thou been partaker with adulterers, thou givest thy mouth to do evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. So everything these bastards are saying on TV, don't believe it, man. All right? He's the prince of the power of the air. All right, his tongue frameth deceit, man. That's why we call him the devil. He's that chief adversary. All right, his words are smoother than butter. See, but us waking up, we're that glitch, man. He's not going to accomplish totally what he wants. Okay, we're that glitch in his system, man. And we're going to overtake it, man. Through the power of Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi, the Most High is raising us up, man. Okay, and Yahawashi, along with the missiles, going to destroy this place. And that's going to be it for the elite. All right, verse 20. Thou sittest and speakest. Oh, see. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son. That's Esau slandering Jacob, the accuser of our brethren. Okay. And what the Most High said, these things has thou done, and I kept silent. So this entire time, you were doing your wickedness, man. When you came back into power during the Renaissance period, unto this day, the Most High said he kept silent. You see, thou knowest that I was though thou thoughtest I was altogether such as one as thyself. They even started believing their own lies, saying, well, the Most High gotta be with us because he ain't doing nothing else. He ain't saving them like he did in times past. All right? But I will reprove thee, and the Most High is reproving you. How? And I will set them in order before thine eyes. The Most High is setting his men in order right before Esau's eyes. Okay? And like we said, we're the main adversary of the New World Order, man. Okay? And they're going to come after brothers, but that's when the Most High is going to raise up that standard. And that's going to be game over, man. So like we said, Esau, just do what you got to do, man. Hurry up and do it. All right? Because ultimately you're going to fail. All right? And then our kingdom is coming right after, man. As soon as you go down, man, we're going to be springing right back up. And we're springing up right now. That's what the Most High said. He's setting us in order before your eyes. All right? We're condemning you, man, in your own kingdom, man. And then it's going to get physical. All right? So with that, I'm going to say, Kahalayim La, Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi. You know, Akim, you know, we got to stay prayed up and remain circumspect, man. Because all hell is about to break loose. With that, I'm going to say Shalom.